Welcome back to Going for Gold with Gia. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to take you behind the mask, quite literally, to talk about one of the most recognizable parts of Notre Dame fencing, our uniform.
Iconic, historic, sets apart every other team compared to us. Shout out to our incredible creator, the mind who designed and implemented everything, to Alex Buell.
Alex Buell is our former director of operations, the designer who made Notre Dame fencing gear look as legendary as it performs. So Gia, here's how it started. Alex wanted Notre Dame branding on every piece of the uniform. That includes mask, jacket, pants, socks, and now even shoes. At first, he was working with Adidas because that's who our contract was with at the time. But then in 2014, Notre Dame signed a big deal with Under Armour, the most valuable apparel deal in NCAA history. That meant back to the drawing board. Alex had to wait 18 months for Under Armour's design process to kick in. But once it did, he started rolling out the new look piece by piece. So first we're going to talk about the mask badges. So we've got the ND monogram on both sides. So these are our two badges right here.
Goes to all the masks, and they have a different configuration in terms of the coating. And they're exactly the same color as the dome and the football helmets.
Yes, we get them dipped at
the same
in
paint
Oregon.
In Oregon, yes. In
the
Oregon.
Same as the Notre Dame football helmets.
Yes. Or I think that they get dipped first and the football helmets get the leftovers. But
yeah,
we're not going to say that.
Foil and epee badges, you'll notice it's got the different paint layers on it. So back in the day of Notre Dame football, their student managers would paint the helmets before every game. And it was a tradition. They had the booster program. If you've watched Rudy, while he's still a Holy Cross student, tries to get on the boosters to paint the Notre Dame helmets. So they tried to replicate that by doing a multi-dip process so it looks like the paint has been chipped.
No way. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really cool. So that's the texture of the foil and epee badges. Saber, on the other hand, they have to be brass because Saber...
Conductivity.
Yes, conductivity. The Saber masks have to be conductive. So this is one of our Saber masks. Our Saber masks are especially special because as of, 2-3 years ago, we were able to get them chrome dipped. So they're conductive, so they come pre-painted. We don't have to worry about it flaking. We don't have to worry about the paint coming off. It is this bright, gorgeous gold all the time.
Although they're the masks, we do it in-house with paint.
Yes,
still paint.
We paint the foil and epee masks in-house. And that's done by our armor and also me. That's actually is my favorite tradition because while football has stopped the tradition of painting the helmets because now it's all done in shop, right? They have Oregon to do it for them. But at Notre Dame, we're still carrying on that tradition of having our student managers and our armor paint the masks. And we don't paint all 65 athletes, every year. If anyone needs a touch-up, we do. But the freshmen all get freshly gold painted.
The some manufacturers we buy from, they pre-paint before they get here.
We do a couple touch-ups.
But some of them, you guys do it, and we get to watch, the flakes coming off and
it's
powder
great.
And all kind of great stuff. But masks, truly, no one could simulate this. No other team than us.
Not at all.
And especially gold on gold. It's amazing.
No, honestly, it looks pretty awesome right here.
What a pride.
You can't go wrong. Stay.
I feel like when they put the masks on,
the mask on,
like the transformation happens to the superheroes, the superwomen and the supermen.
Exactly.
Attacking the opponents with the foil, epee, and saber in their hands. That's what the magic happens and what the titles come from.
Plus, it's so shiny that when the light of the gym reflects on it, blinds the other fencer, right?
Nice. Quite frankly, I was the witness of the creation coming to fruition. And 2017, we went to competition, an elite invitational in Ohio State, and we surprised everyone with brand new looks. And you should have seen the effect that had it. So there's no Barcelonas and no New York Yankees. We stole the show for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure. I mean, come on, we've added some new additions since Alex started all this. And
Alex was a former fencer, 4-year, I think, monogram winner here at Notre Dame, and saber fencer. And then he continued to be a director of operations for about 3 years. And Alex was the huge contributor to our first national championships after 2011, the one in 2017. He was kind of the guy also, the person who drove that gave us a direction and really a lot of drive to win the title with everything you did besides creating the mask. So Alex, thank you again.
The next step in Alex's process was getting the monogram on the sleeves of the jacket and also the sleeves of saber lames. So over here we've got an example of the saber lame. Those have to be stenciled on.
And I remember Alex, after creating the monograms, which is right here, and has to be the certain dimensions, we're communicating and reading the rule books for FIE rule books, World Fencing Federation, to make sure they were compliant with rules and regulations of Olympic level and USFA as well.
So they not only work for collegiate fencing, but also our international fencing competitions.
That could compete with these jackets at the international events as well.
The next step Alex thought of was the stripe that goes down the pants and the Notre Dame stripe that's on our socks as well. That is classic Under Armour stripe. And we also have the ACC logo on one of the pant legs. So
in 2015, when Notre Dame joined the ACC, and we were the part of the first ACC championships.
So the last few years, currently the women are undefeated. The men just regained
in existence of the ACC from 2015. We have lost 2 men's titles and 1 women's title. But other than that, we've been pretty lucky.
It's pretty impressive. We can't forget the newest piece of our uniforms puzzle, our Notre Dame fencing shoe. In 2023, Notre Dame partnered with Azza Fencing to produce an exclusive team shoe, classic white with navy blue and metallic gold accents. So really, we got the full fit here.
And Azza was kind enough to fly here and truly be a part of that process. Azza's coming back to introduce the new shoe design for the Azza Fencing and be able to test here with our kids, wearing them for a few days and kind of give the feedback, and obviously do the we're gonna have stripes and all the Notre Dame colors as well for the new design.
Because I remember when we were first setting up our deal with them, they sent us quite a number of shoes to try out for our fencers. So I love how the uniform is so intentional. It's not just about style, it's about representing tradition. And I feel like that's a big part of our Notre Dame fencing team.
Notre Dame fencing been around for the last 60 years, but we were never as in sync with the fabric of Notre Dame athletics that we are now. So you go to any sport events, it'll be a lacrosse or tennis, lacrosse or baseball, hockey, football, or fencing, and from head to toe, they're dressed into appropriate gear of Notre Dame athletics.
Well, and they all had the gold helmets or equivalents. So every Christmas, they put all the helmets and the masks out there.
But Alex,
can't
talk about it.
We can't thank you enough. I know we've added to your system, but you really started it all, and we couldn't have done it without your help.
I was lucky enough to be, the coach here and head coach, and he would ask the questions, and I would say, Alex, just do it, and we're going with the flow here. Whatever you want. But the product he created came up incredible. Point of pride.
Yeah.
When our athletes, when the kids come on campus as a freshman, they're so looking forward to receive their gear, including the fencing gear, and put them on, because some of them had the dream of for a few years to be a part of this legacy and this team, and to see their faces. They're putting the mask on and putting the gear, and just this a priceless experience for us as the coaches here.
So fans, next time you see our fencers on the strip, remember, every stripe, every monogram, every flake and shimmer of gold tells part of the Notre Dame story, and we wouldn't have it without Alex Buell. And that's a wrap for this week's Going for Gold with Gia. Tune in next time, and as always, Go Irish! The mannequin is now named Annie Myler.
Oh, no way. Any stuff?
It's hers. So I have one funny story to tell you though. So I've had this mannequin back here, like dressed up, for a while, and usually it sits out in our foyer, like right by the front entrance, and so a couple of the fencers I've noticed has been missing, but when you so one of our foil fencers, Mason Stanley, was modeling the full uniform because he has the full kit, and so he was wearing it the other day, and I had him stand where the mannequin was, and he was so still that I think we had 3 or 4 fencers walk by.
Walk by and never.
They walked by, and they're like, "Oh, you put the mannequin back." And then Mason went and jabbed with the sword and scared the crap out of them. It was pretty funny. I think we actually gave Dave a heart attack too. Dave was walking by and he's like, "Oh, you moved it back," because he'd helped me move it back here. And he did not realize it was Mason.
No way.
I was like, "Please don't let me give Dave a heart attack." But I really worked to get those shoes on. I'm like trying to hoist it up because it's stuck to the pole back here.
This girl is not light.
No, she's actually pretty light,
Is
but
she?
then when her arms pop off, wait, I can't do
I
it
love
again.
that it's got
the
the gold,
arms
golden
just
arms.
pop off.